Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Justice for All. In the last episode, we were almost done with the trial, I think. Maybe, kinda, not really. Anyway, in the way, not that we were completely done, but the judge was like, yeah, let's stop for the day and we'll pick up the next day. And they're like, no, we need to finish this today. Luckily, Edgeworth happened to seem to know a little more what's going on or something. And he already had Adrian Andrews waiting in the wings. So now we're going to be questioning her. Should be interesting since she's a tough cookie, as they keep saying. Let's go! Okay, it was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. I think we gotta keep pressing her. And what was Mr. On Guard doing at the time? He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his mini performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. On Guard did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes? Excuse me? It? What are you? Right. I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. On Guard's knife from his room? No. Subject, verb, object, right. Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue. Ah, the good old days. I was so into English, you have no idea. After that, I went to Juan's room. Let's ask about this. And why did you do that? As a friendly gesture, Juan was to make an appearance with the other heroes. So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Let's press further. Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon. What are you implying? You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim? Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time. I can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess. May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? And there was his dead body. I was in shock. You were in shock. What? Was I not supposed to be? Miss Andrews is a very calculating person, and despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Corrida. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. A young beauty? Interesting. Edgeworth, do you have a little crush on Adrian? What? I don't think Phoenix is happy with that. Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. I see. Okay. Exact same scene as in the crime. Are you? This is the photo you're referring to, correct? Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest. And the guitar case was like this too? Yes, it was open and empty, of course. And then what did you do next, witness? As though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. Juice. Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down, without drinking it. Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Corrida, You were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Never mind. It's no big deal. Oh, what was that? What was she starting to say just now? Less, press further. Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Actually, so would I. I'm sorry, it's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser. Ooh, gave her an accent for a second there. I'm sorry. I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. Oh. Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? Oh my god, I can't read. Oh. This mess of glass shards. It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess. It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony. I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. Edgeworth is not happy with her. I was the one who knocked the flower vase over, where it fell onto the guitar case. Hold on, is that it? Yeah. It doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now. I warned you earlier that she would not crack so easily. The only way to make her is to keep on the offensive and not let up. The only way you're going to catch her is with some very strong, decisive evidence. I have to find something. I just have to, for Maya's sake. Okay, let's go back. There's a few things that are sticking out to me. That one, and let's see this new thing that she added. Oops, I went far. Too far. Sorry. My bad. This one. I found a guitar. No. Guide map. Where's that picture in? There is some water, but only on the top of the lid. Ah. And she said it was open. So how is it that the water landed on top of the lid and not inside? Let me press before I present, though. Just to be safe. What kind of flower vase was it? It was a glass vase, and it was fairly big and heavy. I thought I would try to take Juan's pulse, so I set the glass I was holding down on the dresser, and that's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase. That's odd. I thought she was always in total control of herself. That's what she would like people to think. Always be mindful of the gap between the perception and reality. It doesn't sound like there's any... Okay. So let's go back to the... I don't know if this is the right thing to do. Fell onto the guitar. Should I present? I'm thinking of this. Yeah. Alright, we got her. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct? Yes. And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? It's not some problem, it's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. Mm-hmm.
That's very true.
Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case.
And what is that?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor.
And what is wrong with that?
If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shards should be inside, not outside the case. Ah! There we go. What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over. Is that all? Edward, that's not all. Come on, bruh. No. Think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. He's like, darn it, you're right.
Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case.
But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all. That may very well be. However, an empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case.
It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case?
Yeah, hell yeah. The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle. I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this. But it is you. I can't believe I'm doing this either. Dude, come on, you're right. Just keep going.
All right, I'll follow along for now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor. All right. She has to slip up some way, somehow. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know. Really? You find a dead body and what do? You open a case? What? That doesn't make any sense.
It looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting. He's so funny. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Using anyway to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man. Edward, will you stop digging at me? You're so mean, Edward. Stop bullying me. Why you bully me? Okay, don't remember because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked. So, you opened the guitar case then? Yes, well, maybe. Why did you open the guitar case? Huh? Mr. Corrida's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open a guitar case. As the witness has said multiple times, when she found the dead body, she was dazed. Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was alright or not. I thought maybe the criminal took it. Why would she care about the bright red guitar? She wouldn't. But getting back on topic. Not a big deal. Case was empty after all. Was it really empty? Hmm? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside. How long have you been a lawyer, Mr. Wright? Have a little professionalism. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. These trials would be over in half the time if you would just pay attention.
Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright.
Sorry. You should have said that maybe there was... Okay. I'm just saying. Phoenix. Even I don't know. Was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body? Yes, that's probably it. I'm not going to get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. I guess I should give it a try. Come on, Phoenix. We can't afford to let up on her now. I wasn't planning on letting up, but... She's at her weakest now, so this is our chance. Yeah, if we had a weapon to hit her with. I'm sure a weapon is hiding somewhere in the court record, waiting to be found. Oh, I know exactly which weapon you're talking about. I think it's this one. Maybe? It has Corrida's fingerprints. But if she opened it, then shouldn't it have her fingerprints too? Huh. Let's try this. There we go. There is no way you were the one who opened the guitar case. Why would you say that? It's elementary, my dear. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim. Ah! Here we go.
What is it, Miss Andrews?
You shouldn't assume that... Excuse me. You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case.
What do you mean?
What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time? I already know where this is going. Girl, you... Silly girl.
Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It was the night of the awards ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime.
Well, are you sure, Adrian? I'm not so sure that's entirely possible, seeing as how there's a contradiction. You were wearing gloves. Isn't that a little strange? Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time? Yeah. I'd say so. I have your proof right here. This wine glass. The wine glass? You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Ah! Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Ah! Okay, I guess you have another pair. That's good. Her lies are catching up to her.
Order, order, order!
Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time. What do you mean? I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here. But it's just an empty case. I wonder if it really was empty, though. But the guitar! The bright red guitar was at the studio. Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar. You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either. Oh my god, Phoenix, you're so stupid. Why would you even... Why? Phoenix, what? I don't remember this dialogue. What? Sometimes I worry about you, bro. I really do. Even Mia's like face palming. She's like, really? Why did I choose you as my protege?
I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case.
Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided... Not gonna let you finish that sentence, bruh. No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. Which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I am sure that this guitar case has some relation to the murder. If you are so sure, Wright, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please, enlighten us as to why the guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder.
Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Can you prove it?
Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case.
The bright red guitar not being the only thing. You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar...
Oh my god! Phoenix, you and the judge are two peas in a pod, bruh. Two peas in a dumb pod. So, you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty. Is that it, right? I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? Well, let's see. I'm wondering if I can use this as my proof. Let's try this. Yes.
This is a photograph.
Yes, but what is important is what is in that picture, Your Honor.
In this picture?
It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I am proposing is... Inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
What?
Mm-hmm. Very smart.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Well, he will have to explain that in the next episode. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this, and until next time, have a nice day. Bye!